What's going on, everyone? This here is the last Bitcoin technical analysis for 2023. It's probably one of the most important ones because what's about to happen next is actually pretty exciting for Bitcoin. And it's an opportunity for both people who want to buy at a decent price, and it's a good opportunity for people who also want to sell at a decent price as well. So anyways, hit that like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice, but let's talk about this. Now, this is very, very, very important. If you look at the price right now for Bitcoin, we're at 42.4K inside of the prices right now for Bitcoin. And not only that, we're also at the top here for our RSI. And the reason why this is so important, because typically at the top when we're at the RSI, we're typically pulling down. And you can actually look at what Bitcoins have been doing. We've been slowly but surely pulling back down here inside of Bitcoin. You see, we've just been stuck at this 44K resistance, right? And we've been slowly but surely pulling back down. If you look here with the chart prime indicators, that's the indicators I'm using currently right now, and looking at the momentum wave bands, we keep dropping down a level every single time. And the next level we're going down is going to be at the top of the bottom momentum wave band. And that's typically our support here. So we're really looking towards going towards 40K here inside of Bitcoin. And not only are we looking towards that, what comes after that is actually very important, because typically whenever we hit the momentum wave bands, we typically have an increase in our price. If you actually look at it time and time again here with the chart prime indicators, link in the description if you want the indicators. But typically when we hit the momentum wave band, we always have a bullish pump coming in. You can see here, we're going up all the way up here. And then we haven't hit the momentum wave band since all the way back here. So let me say that again. We haven't hit the momentum wave band since 26.7K. We haven't had any type of major pullbacks since then. You have to remember that. Since 26K, we haven't had a major pullback inside of Bitcoin, and we haven't hit our momentum wave band on the bottom side. That means the next time we pull back down here and hit the momentum wave band, which it looks like we're doing now, we haven't traded sideways for a while, until now. And now that we're at this sideways trading movement, all the way from the start of December till now that we're at this sideways trading movement, we're actually preparing to move back to the upside. We just have to hit the momentum wave band here first. So we're actually about to have a nice pump coming in for Bitcoin. And that is the 52K pump that I've been talking about here. So if we do pull back here to the 42K area here, and we do go all the way up here to the 52K area, that's going to be very good. Now, I talk about this a lot, about how at the beginning of every single new year, we always have a nice pump inside of Bitcoin. It happens time and time again. So we're about to have a nice pump going into the New Year's, and you can see all the way back here, like it's just time and time again, and it never fails, right? Going into the New Year's back here, we had a little bit of a pump, but then it was followed by a drop. And that's why I say it's always a pump followed by a drop going into the new year. So this new year, what are we going to have? We're going to have that pump followed by a drop. So that pump that I'm predicting here is going to be all the way up till 52K followed by a drop. Now the drop here, personally, I believe it's going down to 30K. We're probably going to end up going down here because remember, this was heavy resistance for us. The second we pass this area over here, this Fibonacci retracement, that's around 33K. The second we passed 33K, we went parabolic. So that's probably where our support's going to lead us. So I do truly believe that 33K is going to be that support. After we break 52K going into the new year, I believe we're going to be going down to 33K, right? And that's going to be leading up to the Bitcoin halving, right? So leading up to the Bitcoin halving, we should have that drop going back down to 33K. Bitcoin halving is going to be sometime around April, right? Mid to late April. Now, when this happens with the Bitcoin halving, leading up to it, yes, we're going to be around 33K. But then, going right into the Bitcoin halving, then we're going to have a nice pump. And that's going to be from 33K all the way up past our all-time highs, right? So we're looking at all-time highs of inside of 2024, but we're looking at pulling back down to 33K first. But that's not before we go ahead and we go all the way up to 52K, right? So let me rephrase this again. We're going into the New Year's, and then we're going to have that New Year's pump, new year, new me, all that BS, people doing what they should have been doing all year. They're going to actually do it in 2024. Is what happens, right? It's just what happens with the average person out there, right? This happens to everyone. So they're going to go into the 2024 New Year's new me. They're going to want to buy more Bitcoin. They're going to want to buy more crypto. So what's going to end up happening there? They're going to start investing. It's going to lead us going up to 24K. And then they're going to realize, oh wait, I got bills to pay. And then that's when you're going to end up seeing those same people selling out, right? Those same people that said New Year's, new me, they're going to see gains going from 42K to 52K. And then they're going to end up selling out. And if you really think about it, that's a $10,000 increase right there from 52K to 42K, right? So essentially it's about 20 to 25%, under 25%, you know, right under 25%. So they're going to see those gains and they're going to end up selling. So the problem there, and I'm just calculating it. So yeah, it's around 21.5%, give or take, right? And they're going to see those 21% gains and they're going to end up selling. And when they do, you're going to see the prices going down to 33K, possibly down to 30K. Obviously, the numbers aren't 100% definite, but the areas that those numbers are in are what really matters, is what really matters. But yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for, right? So this is going to be really, really, really nice going into the New Year's. Going to get that nice pump. We're going to pull back, see like 33K or something. Then we're going to have that nice pump going into the Bitcoin halving. So 2024 is going to be a very, very, very good year for us. And yeah, you just want to pay attention to the cryptos. You know, when you see the money flowing out of Bitcoin, you're going to want to look at the altcoins, right? Like we're seeing Bitcoins, you know, pulling back. Now we're seeing all these altcoins are pumping and doing big numbers. So it's just going to be a constant fight between Bitcoin and altcoins, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. So another thing, Bitcoin dominance. A lot of people are talking about how Bitcoin dominance is going down. Personally, I think Bitcoin is going to become less dominant going into 2024. Now, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin is not still the number one. Bitcoin's always going to be number one. I'll make a whole nother video about Bitcoin dominance and about why you really want to pay attention to altcoins. But you know, you really do still want to have some Bitcoin. Like it's obvious, like Bitcoin's obviously gonna be the number one pick. But anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. If you want these automated trading indicators, some of the best inside the game, definitely check out the Chart Prime link in the description. And as always, I'll be back with another video.